something. I happened to be out and about this past weekend, and I happened to be near a Barnes & Noble on the way home. So I did what any normal reader would do if they go past a Barnes & Noble. I go inside, I peruse around, and I get myself new books. Because call me an anti-hero, because it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. So here are the 4 books that I got at Barnes & Noble over the weekend, and are planning to add to the evergrowing TBR that hopefully won't collect dust, because all these actually sound very interesting. So I'll go ahead and just outline each of them, read the back synopsis or wherever the synopsis is, and just sort of give you a taste of what is going through my little brain when I decided to pick out these books. So the first one I have is a continuation of the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series called Before Your Memory Fades. So this is the 3rd book of the series where we follow 4 people in a Japanese coffee shop as they go back in time to visit friends, family, loved ones. So I'll go ahead and read you the synopsis of what happens. The latest novel in the international best-selling Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, following 4 new customers at a little Tokyo cafe where customers can travel back in time. In a small back alley in Tokyo, there is a cafe that has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that long. But this coffee shop offers its customers a unique experience, the chance to travel back in time. From the author of Before the Coffee Gets Cold and Tales from the Cafe comes another story of 4 new customers, each of whom is hoping to take advantage of Cafe Funicula's, I think I pronounced that right, Funicula's time-traveling offer. Along with some familiar faces in Kawajuki's previous novels, readers will also be introduced to a daughter, a comedian, a sister, and a lover, each with something they wish they had said differently. With his signature heartwarming characters and immersive storytelling, Kawaguchi once again invites the reader to ask themselves, what would you change if you could travel back in time? I'm excited for this. Like I said, I read the first 2 books as inspiration from the internet's resident librarian, Jack Edwards. He recommended this series, so that's how I first found out about it. So I'm very excited, and this might be an end of the year read just to kind of get that warm, cozy feeling before we venture into 2023. And then the next book I found was another Jack Edwards recommendation, which is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. She, I believe, also wrote Convenience Store Woman. I have not read that one, but this little piece sounded so weird and zany and just overall up my alley. So here's the little synopsis on the back. From the beloved author of cult sensation Convenience Store Woman, which has sold over 1 million copies worldwide, Earthlings is a spellbinding novel about childhood dreams and adulthood rebellion. Nazuki is a young girl who feels like she's been dropped into her family from an alien planet. Her best friend is a plush toy hedgehog named Piyut, and her only human friend is her cousin Yu. Natsuki and Yu spend their summers in the wild mountains of Nagano, dreaming of other worlds. When a terrible sequence of events threatens to part the children forever, they make a promise: survive, no matter what. Now Nazuki is grown, living a quiet life with her asexual husband, but dark shadows and societal pressure are pursuing her. Fleeing the suburbs for the mountains of her childhood, Natsuki prepares herself for a reunion with Yu. Will he still remember their promise? And will he help her keep it? Dreamlike and wonderful, Earthlings cements Murata's standing as a master chronicler. Standing as a master chronicler of our uncanny universe. I did not even know that was a word. Okay. So this sounds very zany and interesting, so this might actually be my next read. Because I just finished The Less Dead, and I need a pick-me-up after that. So I might go with this. Speaking of other zany things on the internet, I found out about this little number from Goodreads. So this is We Are Watching Eliza Bright by A.E. Osworth. So I guess this is about the internet and cancel culture. So let's go ahead and read the back to get a synopsis. We're coming to take you away. Ha ha. I'm not kidding, that's literally what it says on the back here. Eliza Bright is living the dream as an elite video game coder at Fancy Dog Games, the first woman to ascend that high in the ranks, and some people want to make sure she's the last. When Eliza's report of workplace harassment is quickly dismissed, she takes her frustrations to a journalist. She's then fired and doxxed and becomes a rallying figure for women everywhere. But she's also enraged the beast comprised of online male gamers. Uh-oh. Soon Eliza is caught in their crosshairs, threatened and stalked as they monitor her every move online and across New York City. As the violent power of the angry male collective descends upon everyone in Eliza's life, a vicious superfan known only as the Inspector is determined to exact his revenge on behalf of men everywhere. It becomes progressively difficult to know who to trust, and this thrilling cat and mouse chase explores the dark recesses of the internet and male rage. The fragile line between the online world and real life becomes increasingly blurred. This probably will be a complex read, but I'm very excited to read it to see how it's comprised and developed. So I'm very excited to get started on this very soon. And we're back! Hello! My camera decided to lose its HD access on me, so we're gonna start this last part over again. So the last one I have for my new book pile is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Morena Garcia, and this has been on my TBR for a very long time, and I finally decided to get my hands on it. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this last book. From the author of Gods of Jade and Shadow comes a reimagining of the classic Gothic horror novel, a story about an isolated mansion in 1950s Mexico, and the brave socialite drawn into its treacherous secrets. After receiving a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin, Noemi Taboada heads to High Palace, a distant house in the Mexican countryside. Noemi is an unlikely rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante, more suited for cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing. But she's also tough, smart, and not afraid. Not of her cousin's new English husband, a stranger who is both menacing and alluring. Not of his father, the ancient patriarch who seems fascinated by Noemi, and not even of the house itself, which begins to invade Noemi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Noemi's only ally in this inhospitable place is the family's youngest son, but he too may be hiding a dark secret. As Noemi begins to unearth stories of violence and madness, she's slowly drawn into a terrifying yet seductive world. A world that may be impossible to escape. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of a hybrid of Rebecca and Jane Eyre. that's set in Mexico. I'm going to be very excited to read this, and oh my gosh, look at that inside, look at that, oh my lord. Okay, just for that alone, okay, it's between Earthlings and Mexican Gothic, so leave your thoughts in the comments. Which one should I go for first? Anyway, here is my collection of the books that I decided to pick up from Barnes & Noble because I have a issue, and that will be the video. Short and simple, short and sweet. Thanks for watching me ramble for 10 minutes. I hope you had a great time, and seriously let me know which one you want me to read first. I will catch you in the next video.